But what happened? Like, what was the things that you discovered, your, experiences with them?
Yeah, a lot of experiences, and they're all eye-opening experiences,
Yeah.
right? Simple things like, giving instructions.
Yeah.
So I was telling them, go there.
Yeah.
You can see me, so I'm saying go there. But they're not able to see me. They're like, ma'am, what does go there mean? So then they're saying, ma'am, you don't say go there, go here. You tell us, ma'am, 45-degree to the right, 10 steps to the left, or 10 steps forward, 10 step backwards. These kind of instructional communication is important, ma'am. Otherwise, you're saying go there, go here. It's not possible for us to sort of
Yeah.
connect and understand. So that was a eye opener in terms of how I am communicating with the athletes. So that was a big eye opener. And back in the day, see, we were a nobody, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have any funding from anyone, so it was all like a
Self-funded.
bootstrap, self-funded. I can't ask those athletes any
Right.
money because they're all from very lower, on the lower side of the
Is it?
coming from the lower side of
What
the
What
background.
about the rich, families who do have kids who are visually impaired?
I don't know. I mean, all of them were from the weaker sections of the society. Parents were in other towns. Parents were farmers, or
Oh, is
parents
it?
were doing some blue collar jobs, or cleaners, or auto drivers, or bus conductors. People from those backgrounds had only come. I think parents, I mean, I don't know if it's safe to say, at least what I realized, parents who have, on the wealthier side, who have kids
Yeah.
with disability are not that as much open to sort of sending their kids
More protective.
more protective. They want to keep them in that comfort zone.
And also maybe they feel the pressure of society more.
Societal pressure. What
Yeah.
will my family think?
Yeah.
What will they say? What will they say?
Yeah,
but
tough.
but generally, I mean, I think that's the difference between city parents and village parents, right?
Yeah.
Village parents don't care. I mean, theek hai,
Community.
you do, it's fine. You do you.
Yeah.
We will let you go and
Okay.
you do. So
Nice.
that way they were very supportive from whatever all those girls I was training
Yeah.
and the boys I had, because they all come from the northeastern,
Yeah.
some rural part of Tamil Nadu, from Kerala, from
Wow.
Karnataka. No one was from Bangalore. None
Oh.
of them were from Bangalore.
Oh.
They were all from
But
different.
they're part of the Karnataka team.
Yes, they were all part of the Karnataka
wow.
team because we registered the trust in Bangalore.
Wonderful. And then what was there like a turning point when they were like they were not playing for the state or anything when you were starting to coach them, right?
So yeah, initially it was tough because I mean, Josh mein they started coming for 1-2 weeks.
Yeah.
But after that they stopped coming.
Okay.
And I'm like, why? So some of the girls, the top players stopped coming. Then I said, why are they not coming? And then they were like, no. So one friend said, no, ma'am, her parents are not allowing her to come. And then I had to go and speak to their parents, ki please allow them to come and play. And they were like, no, what is my daughter going to get from playing football? Counseling them. Because they were in a different... So they had sort of come for a job, but then they don't get a job, so then they go back. So then they were like, no, what is the use? She's just on her own spending money and not getting anything in return. Right? So then I had sort of convinced them ki I've realized, see, when you're blind, you're always using the support of another person or you're walking around with a cane.
Yes.
But when they came into the football ground, they had freedom because they knew the measurements.
Oh, okay.
So they would just run like they were free.
Oh, wow.
Like jail say when you set people of how they behave, they were like that. And that happiness, and I had to explain to them just that happiness on your daughter's face, that when she enters the football ground, because they know the measurements, it's 10, how many, 50 steps, 100 steps, whatever, they knew.
And they're counting constantly.
And they're counting constantly. They know how, so then they're just running freely. That sense of freedom, don't take it away from your daughter.
Wow.
And then the father sort of convinced, and I said, you give us some time, sir. There's this tournament coming, or you give us time till the tournament.
Yeah.
If then you do whatever you want, you take your daughter back if she's not doing well.
Right.
So then I was able to convince him, and then he's like, "Theek hai." Then that girl again came back with me.
Wow. Is there do you see a stark difference in talent or, in terms of effort that these kids put,
Yes.
visually impaired, disability?
Correct.
Is there a contrast between how they treat these kind of opportunities versus, normal kids?
100%. There's a huge difference because this is all they have.
Is it?
Yeah. Because see, they are already, society sees them, doesn't look at them in the right way. Ki, oh, disability, oh, there's so much sympathy, oh, you can't see. There's so much of not good comments that people pass.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, yeah.
So, and what other options do they have, right? Of course they study. Sport, I feel, is an amazing opportunity because they're fully invested. They know that if they do well in sport, it can make or break their careers. And they're fully committed because an able person like you and I, we have so many opportunities. If like I didn't want to do sports, so I decided let me do something else. So the opportunities are plentiful, right? But for them it is just this, and it's giving them an identity. It's giving them that sense of freedom that they can be who they want. They can express themselves the way they.
It's a happiness space.
It's a happiness space for them. So they put in more effort. I see. Than the regular able-bodied athletes, from what I come across. Because for the able-bodied athlete, the struggle starts when they start playing sport. But for a disabled athlete or a para-athlete, it starts even in life itself is a struggle for them.
True.
So life itself has been so unfair, so tough that sport is easy.
Oh, wow. That's such a different world for them then. Sport is a different world
for them. And it's a completely different sport, and that's why they're all in.
Yeah.
They're fully invested and they're all in.
Nice. And how was it to travel with them when you lived with them? Like what, I mean, because see, to first-hand experience something like that in that crowd, I'm sure you would have thought of, how your life as a sportsman was.
Yeah. It was very different.
Yeah.
So I remember that full train journey. The tournament was in Chennai, Bangalore to Chennai. We went. We did like a sleeper bus, sleeper train. Train. And we were short on seats because we didn't have, for some reason, we didn't get number of seats. So we were all sitting and going.
Yeah.
It was an amazing journey. And then when we checked into the room, I was sharing the room with 3 other blind girls.
Yeah.
And they told me, ma'am, and it was a small room, you give me a room tour, you give us a room tour, and then you don't worry about us. We'll do you, like you do you, we'll do us.
Okay.
So then I gave them a room tour. I'm saying this is the commode, this is the washroom, this is a tab, this is that, this is where the bed is, the sofa is, cupboard is, place for you to keep your bag, you keep your bag here and all of that. And I was like, okay, you need any help? Because I don't want to be like rude and just sleep. I also offered help. You let me know if you need anything.
Yeah.
So then I was sleeping. I said, you girls sleep on the bed and I'll sleep on the sofa so that everyone's comfortable. So then I was sleeping and then one girl just wakes up. She says, I want to go to the washroom. So then I on the light thinking she needs the light. But then I didn't realize that, they are visually impaired. So why am I on the light? That was like the first...
Oh my God.
Realization ki it's an automatic thing, right? You want to go to the washroom, you're on the light.
Yeah.
So that was like a eye-opener. Why are you on the light? Then second is, I asked her, do you want me to come? She's like, no ma'am, we know. 3 steps front, 4 steps right, 3 steps right again, the washroom will come. And I was like, Arey, what is this? Like, just one time, and that muscle memory is so good. That memory was so good that, there's a saying, God closes one door, opens another. They can't see, but their memory is so strong. Their sense of touch is so strong. Their hearing is so strong. The sense of smell is so strong. That it was like,
wow.
It was an amazing, it made me value my life so much more.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Nisha, when I worked with them, I felt that I was just being an ass.
Yeah.
With the life, just complaining. See, we just complain. Everyone likes complaining, right? As humans, we all complain.
Yeah.
But when you see the struggles they go through, and then still looking at it in a positive manner, right? Not cribbing ki, no, God has been unfair, I can't see, but looking at it in a very positive way and doing things that, maybe you can't see, but there are other things you can do, and working towards that was commendable, and hats off to them.
And what stands out to me in this conversation with you is choosing a path. I'm sure this is not financially rewarding, but the satisfaction I can see in your talk, it just reminds me that, how some things are like, you can never put a price to it. So what would you like, just one word of, advice or a suggestion to people who always think about, financially making more versus doing something that really satisfies and you connect with? What would you say to them?
See, I agree money is important and there has to be a balance between both. But again, it's important to know how much is enough. Because see, I don't lead a very materialistic life. For you to lead a simple life, it's important to know what you need financially, and at the same time satisfaction. Because it goes hand in hand. But again, it depends. It's a very personal thing, right? You're at a certain stage in life. You will be having responsibilities of other people.
True.
So you need to understand what is enough and what is too much.
Yeah.
Because you don't need too much money to actually survive.
Yeah.
If you want to live a simple life, little money, you can survive is what
Absolutely.
I feel.
True.
But again, understanding how much is enough is important, and impact, because the happiness you get by helping others, by seeing other people grow is something words, like I can't sit here and explain that.
Yeah.
You'll have to do it and experience it yourself, because it keeps you grounded, it keeps you humble.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end, it's goodwill. No, people should remember you for the good you've done. If you keep doing good for yourself, how will people remember you?
Yeah.